What's up? It's your girl, MeMob, your hairstylist, your author, and your podcaster. Thank you so much for tuning in. I want you to get involved. I want you to ask questions. I want you to leave your comments, and I want you to subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so. Tell a friend, tell a foe, tell somebody that you know that we have a good time over here at Silk Sessions After Hours Unfiltered. Now, our drink, our cocktail for today is the same thing that we had yesterday because it was good and I made a lot of it and I wanted to carry on with it because we got juicy stuff to talk about. Now, before we get into some things, you know one thing, two things that bother me. One invention that I never thought they came up with was bras. They irritate me, they hurt. And when I'm off work, I don't wear them. I'm just saying because I feel like I need to take a break. I need to take a break from a lot of things, but that's one I'm going to talk about. And I know most women hate bras, and I know men created them. Why? In Africa, they didn't have them on. They just let them things swang and bang. You know what I'm saying? Like elbows and bows. And most men like to juggle them around anyway, so I take a break. And sometimes I take a break on this show about it. Won't he do it? In a mighty way. So, another thing that gets on my nerves is people who talk about people on social media in code. Okay? Like you post it on your page, you post it on your story because you're trying to talk to somebody without actually talking to them. Like if you got an issue with somebody, just bring it to them. If you got an issue with me, just bring it to me, okay? I'm not finna decipher that. That ain't my business. It ain't my time. I ain't got time for that. That's children's games. That's immaturity. If you have something to say, nigga, just say it. I said it. Sorry. Bleep it out if you want to. I mean to tell you, because I don't have time for that. Nobody has time for that. Talking in decode. I'm not supposed to decode nothing. I'm not going to do it. I'm too grown for that. I got more years behind me than I do in front of me. You know what I'm saying? That whole part. Okay. I'm here. I'm online. Say what you say what you want, but don't leave me with no direction. I mean, just say it. All right. I want to give a shout out again. Ooh, I clapped it. Let me tell you what just happened. So I clapped my hands so I could say, once again, congratulations to all the graduates who graduated high school and college. And when I clapped from holding the glass, water shot in my eyes. The strangest things happen when I'm sitting in this seat. All right. So this portion of the show is called Make a Joyful Noise. Take a look.
I just got to do this right here. I love to praise. Yeah, I love to praise His name. I love.
Joyful. It was a joyful. I love to parade. Okay, I know we're not supposed to make fun of people in their worship, but don't give the lead mic to everyone. Who was really like, did they really think it sound good? Y'all ready for it? I love to parade. Baby, that is not how you do vibrato. It's not, okay, I think they learned that from Stevie Wonder because you remember Stevie Wonder was blind. So he was doing his head and that's how he kept his beat. That's how he kept his rhythm and he shook his head, but he wasn't creating vibrato that way. That's because Stevie was blind. And when they saw Stevie, then guess who else picked it up? One of my favorite artists of all times from the Gap Band, Charlie Wilson. He used to shake his head. But I understand when you have your idol. Then you go from that to Aaron Hall. He did the same thing. And then from Aaron Hall went to Kelly. But Kelly was a genius. You can say what you want to say about the aura, but he was a musical genius. Not musical genius. And want me to tell you how I know he was a musical genius? Because he really couldn't read or write. And he wrote or spoken to a microphone some amazing music. Now, I hate that he was a little disturbed soul but you know why he was a disturbed soul? Was because somebody violated him. So it was like he didn't get any help. And then he was kind of I don't think he was the slow. Let me tell you what I think it was. You know, those musical geniuses be having issues. That's why I'm glad that I'm average in that realm. Because musical genius, my hair look good. See, I tied it up yesterday, and now it's kind of smoothity. But, all right, sometimes I get into myself. I see my reflection because God made me in his image. I told y'all. You got to wake up in the morning and you got to be like, girl, hey, oh, what's up, man? You know, you got to get up and talk to yourself. And I talks to myself. Like today, I had to tell my sister and them, I was like, oh, I look a mess. I look like I'm on all the drugs because my hair was sticking out everywhere. Because let me tell y'all something. Y'all see this gray? My hair grows so fast. Y'all know I just colored it. Y'all know I did. Did I do these braids last week? Now already growing out. That's why I don't do styles like this. Especially now with all these new members, I can't keep up. But anyway, on to the next, on to the next, on to the next, on to the next. What's next? What's next on the agenda? This used to be me. Take a look.
Somewhere right now, there's a woman eating ice like Doritos. Shaking a cup up trying to find the right one. Girl, they all the same. It's ice.
No, they're not all the same, sir. No. So this used to be me, okay? So I was anemic and I craved ice for some strange reason. Baby, let me tell you, I could go every time I went to a restaurant, I would say, can you bring me a cup of ice? And I'd be chewing that ice up. That's why my teeth raggedy in the back. I know that's why they raggedy. And then, oh my God, in Sonic, I would go to Sonic and buy bags of ice. And then when the Ninja Blender came out, I would take that ice and put it, because you know, you could make snow in the Ninja. And I would just sit there with a spoon and eat it. And I told y'all the story about when I was on the airplane. I kept saying, I don't feel good. I don't feel good. I was in the air. We were on our way to Cancun, Mexico. And I said, I feel like I'm going to be sick. And I got up and I went to the bathroom and I was gone a real long time. And when I came back, my homies was like, you okay? I said, girl, I fainted. And I collapsed. And they was talking to me in Spanish because, of course, you know, curly extensions, pale skin. They think I'm Spanish. They trying to talk to me in Spanish. Then finally the doctor said, they're asking you if you're a diabetic. I said, no. I said, can you just give me a Sprite? They gave me a Sprite. I got up. I went to the bathroom. And then I went back to my seat. But they didn't turn that plane around. They took us right on to Mexico. Sure did. And I was happy they did, because I was ready to turn up. But when I got back home, I was like, I went to my doctor. She was like, if you don't go get you some iron right now, I don't see how you're standing. My poor little heart was pumping. My ankles used to swell. So if you have anemia, if you find yourself eating a lot of ice, go see your doctor. Hashtag, I'm just saying. Because I used to eat bags and bags and bags of it. Yes, sir. I was eating them hoes like Doritos. All right. What we got next? What we got next? What we got next? This is just nasty. Take a look.
Week to the women's clinic with a chlamydia gonorrhea co-infection. Pus and yellow discharge seeping through her underwear. Nastiest infection I'd seen in months. We gave her a prescription for several strong antibiotics. Cut forward to the present. 1 week had passed, and the girl returns to the clinic with a severe fever. We do a physical exam and can't help but notice and smell the obvious signs that her vaginal infection had gotten even worse than before. Pus, all colors of the rainbow, was now oozing out like a goddamn baking soda and vinegar volcano. We asked her if she took the antibiotics we prescribed. Swear to God, she replies with, "No, I didn't take them. I was going to, but my boyfriend told me he didn't want me to get rid of the infection because he likes the taste."
So, where do I begin with this video? Man, it's scary out there in them streets. The girl had an array of venereals. The doctor gives her medicine and she don't take it because the dude she fooling with say he liked the way it tastes. Do you know all of that is in his mouth? Now, what if she ain't the only girl he with? They just passing that mess around like government cheese, and y'all wonder why I'm keeping it to myself. When I meet me somebody, because of course I would like to wait for marriage, right? But just in case I don't, he got to have some papers and I got to have some papers, and we may need to go together because I don't want you to cheat, saying you got some papers and you didn't, you forged them. No, that's nasty. Don't you? Who I heard? I know when she walked past people, I know she smells terrible. Are people really out here playing these games? Y'all let me know. Get in the chat. Are people really out here playing games like that? Girl, we keeping it to ourselves. Nope. Nobody, nope. Nope. Ain't gonna be able to do it. Oh no. Ain't gonna be able to do it. Now, y'all ain't listening to me. I done told y'all once and I done told y'all twice. Don't be going with just randoms that you meet online or even that you meet out in the street in person on these first dates. Look at this and then we'll talk about it.
You're not going anywhere, by the way. So stop. Stop trying to leave. You're going to stay right here.
Okay.
Because you know why? The moment you swiped right on Tinder on me, I knew I was going to get you out here. No one is around here for miles. Literally, no one will find you. I can do whatever I want. So you're not going to leave. Don't even try to get up. You know what's in my backpack? So you're staying here. You're staying here. I'm serious. I'm serious. You're mine now. That's why I got you here. Look around. Nobody's coming. Nobody even cares about you anyway. That's why you're on Tinder.
You're kind of
That's
making
why
me
you're on
uncomfortable.
Tinder. No, you're mine now. I don't care what you have to think. I now own you. The police aren't even going to come because we're out here in the middle of nowhere and they're not going to find you. I can hide you anywhere.
Okay.
Anywhere. So
This
just
is
stay
a
right
little
here.
concerning.
Just stay right here. You're going to be back at my house. Mine.
Can I
No.
leave?
Nope. You shouldn't even talk. I pretty much am your master.
These people are crazy, and it ain't just the men. Now that boy don't want to take her home. He don't want to take her home. I saw 2 videos like that. I can't find the other one. So he was like, no, you're mine. You're here. And she taping it. Okay, and I get that you're taping it, but after you get what you need to hang up and dial 911 and just put the phone down. Don't say nothing so they can find you. And then start giving some key words because you're going to end up on a milk carton. And it ain't just young girls. It's old hoes making mistakes too. Ain't nobody got time for that. If you too eager or you too nice, nope. I am so, my defenses is up like, nope, it's like a railing. It's like them people that roller skate and don't know how. And they got that little thing that's protecting them. I got the armor on right now, bro. I ain't gonna even lie because, And if I went on a date, he ain't picking me up. We gonna meet somewhere, and then I'm gonna drive myself home. And quiet is kept. Let me get in close. I'm gonna have my girls go to the same place I go on a date on, and they gonna sit at another booth and be discreet to make sure I'm okay. Or one of my homeboys. Cause I ain't playing them games. Trying to keep my little life. But that's it. That's all for today. It's your girl, MeMob, your hairstylist, your author, and your podcaster. Please make sure to grab my book on the 25th, Camille, The Rebirth of a Reckoning. It is the fourth part, the final chapter of the Night Shift at Hope Central trilogy. I need y'all to get those two, because that book is really not going to make it. It's going to have a synopsis of the first three books, but you're really not going to be able to know what's going on until you get the first three. And you don't want to miss those, I promise, because there's some heat in there. If you ain't getting it physically, you can get it through the read. That's all I'm going to say. All right, it's your girl, MeMob, your hairstylist, your author, and your podcaster. Until tomorrow, because I'm going to give y'all another episode since I missed Monday and Tuesday. Miss y'all. Love y'all. See you soon. And I'll let y'all know how my workout went. Okay? All right. Bye.